Welcome to another edition of the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone A. Johnson right over there. And we got lots cooking today for a very important Thursday morning podcast here. Lots cooking. We got some baseball coming up. We got a little hockey coming up in a little bit. We got a lot of football coming up in just a little bit. But let's start with a team that lacks the clutch gene. An opportunity to close out a series at home in Game 5 against a team missing its best player, and LeBron James and the LA Lakers cannot get it done. And if you watch the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter in what was a very close game until the final 30 or 40 seconds or so in a 99-93 win for the Houston Rockets, all I saw was the LeChoke jacking up threes. And I'm saying to myself, you ain't that good shooting threes. You have a chance in your own building to take the Rockets out before Kevin Durant's able to come back and end their season and end Kevin Durant as a Houston Rocket. But there ain't nobody on that roster, because Luka's not playing, that you can trust in clutch time. So back to Houston we go. And the Lakers are now at risk of blowing a 3-1 series lead with LeChoke. Hi, Tyrone. What's up? What's up? What's up? LeBron James and his 3 rebounds last night. Un, deux, trois. 3 rebounds last night. Jacking up threes late. Brick house.
Who'd you want him shooting? Who'd you want shooting the threes? Who'd you want shooting the threes?
Not Luke Kennard, I'll tell you that.
What do you mean? Who'd you want shooting the threes? Yeah, who'd you want shooting the threes?
I don't want them shooting threes.
They have to shoot threes.
Nah.
They don't have dribble
Bad
penetrators.
offense. J.J. Redick got exposed last night. No offensive game plan there in the final 3 or 4 minutes of that game.
Well, he didn't have a great game plan. He's not a great coach. But I just find this to be despicable, what you're doing right now. Despicable. Like, it's one of the maybe the most dishonest things ever done in sports.
They were up 3-0.
No.
Then they're up 3-1. Now it's 3-2.
Yeah.
And the series goes back to Houston.
And if the Lakers lose
Rockets
the series,
aren't losing in Houston.
Then fine. If that happens, you're great.
Okay.
But for you to ignore punk-ass Kevin Durant and how the Rockets are better without him is shameful right now. If the Lakers were doing this without LeBron, what you would talk about is, look at the Lakers without LeBron. When it happens the Rockets,
I certainly might. That's on the table.
All that talk about LeBron and not a single mention of the only thing the Rockets needed to get their stuff together was KD stay out of the lineup.
Now, to be fair,
he's out for Game 6 as well.
To be fair, the Lakers took a 3-0 series lead without KD as well.
No, KD played Game 3.
He played Game 2. You're right. He played Game 2.
Yeah, he
My
played.
bad.
And
he did play Game 2. That's right.
They're better without him.
They're certainly not better without Kevin Durant.
They clearly are.
An argument might be made, though, that maybe the Lakers should sit LeBron James.
There is no argument to be made there. There's real proof there. This is what I find to be disgusting. We're talking about Hall of Fame level guys.
Yes, we are.
And you even have a double standard for those guys?
There is.
That's sickening.
Because I think they're just different levels of Hall of Fame guys. And I'm not saying Kevin Durant necessarily has to be viewed as at that higher level.
You said
than LeBron James.
You said he was better Monday.
I said Kevin Durant is a better player.
He's not
than
a
LeBron
better
James.
No, he's not.
I think anybody that knows basketball would vouch for me on that. But I just think it's interesting that you have a 3-0 series lead.
Yeah.
No Kevin Durant.
They play it over their
You
heads.
get waxed in Houston in Game 4. And we all wrote it off as like, all right, they want to win it at home. You know, that's what some teams do. It looked like they took the night off. They were terrible collectively, not just on LeBron James. They were terrible in Game 4 collectively.
Yeah.
And then, we're going to get Austin Reeves back. Oh, that's going to be the difference now. And you got punked in your own building in Game 5. And now, all the pressure is on the LA Lakers because the Rockets take Game 6. Could you imagine a Game 7 in LA?
Yeah.
Still no Luka. Probably no KD either. I didn't know that he was already out for Game 6.
He's already out for 6.
They already announced that, so I'm assuming he's probably out for Game 7 as well. That becomes, for me, must-see TV.
Oh, you're getting a Game 7.
Because
the Rockets are going to win Game 7.
Could you imagine? Here's the beauty of it, right? This world, as we know it, all right? I don't care where you are in the world, it's easily dividable into 2 parties, all right? LeBron fans, like yourself, LeBron haters, like me.
That's right.
Game 7 gives us both an opportunity to gloat right after that final whistle blows. Because assuming if the Lakers win Game 7, assuming it gets through Game 7 this weekend, then it's going to be about, is LeBron James going to suffer the indignity of blowing a 3-0 series lead? Historically, that's happened, twice in the history of the NBA playoffs? So guys like me were going to gloat.
Not even. I don't think twice.
It happened once for sure.
Once, yeah.
It may have happened twice. Well, our guys downstairs are working on it right now. But that becomes a historical Game 7. Because guys like me.
Nobody's done it in basketball.
No one's ever come back from 3-0?
Yeah. Not in basketball.
All right.
Hockey, it's happened.
Okay, I thought it may have happened. I know it happened in baseball, Red Sox, Yankees. Yeah. I thought it happened once or twice in the NBA. Even better, it's never happened in the NBA. I think what the NBA needs is a Game 7. Put the possibility of the Lakers with LeBron James being the first ever team to blow a 3-0 series lead in the NBA playoffs. That becomes must-see TV. That's primetime, Sunday night, NBC, let's go. I'm here for all of it.
It would be incredible. It would be incredible to get to that point. And truth be told, long term for the Lakers, it's better for them to lose at that point.
Oh, stop it.
No. If it gets
that goes right into the legacy of LeBron James.
So what?
You're a LeBron guy.
So what? Oh, no, he lost the series at 41. Like,
that's
whatever.
Right.
I'm not going to. No, for the Lakers, that means you fire that fraud coach.
J.J. Redick.
You get him out of there. LeBron's already not going to be back. And you now redo your team with Luka. That's what they need to get to eventually anyway.
I don't know.
But the story for me would be...
The story is that LeBron and the Lakers couldn't close out the Rockets on KD last night. That's the story.
No. Or
jacking threes late like they are somebody.
Why are the Rockets better without KD?
I don't think they are better without KD.
What do you mean you don't think so? There's proof.
I know.
How much more proof do you need? If they win this series now without him, that's not enough proof for you?
I think I'll give you this.
If
they come back, meaning they win 4 straight, and all 4 of those games without Kevin Durant, I think we can have that conversation.
We should be having it now. You're going to wait to have it? You don't wait with LeBron? See, this is what I mean, people out there. You can't trust Craig Carton when you're talking about LeBron. You can't trust him. Okay, you got to put cheesecloth in front of his opinions and squeeze out the mess and just have what's left over.
Squeeze out the mess.
Now, the 3-0 part, that's the good opinion.
Squeeze.
You're like, we got to strain that through. Put it through. Strain that through.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, that's true. The KD thing is real. What this also shows, though, is Jabari Smith Jr. and the other guys, because Sengun wasn't tremendous and they were still able to win. I think it also speaks to the Rockets going forward post-KD could possibly be a real problem. They have some players, some young guys building in Houston.
Oh, they got some good guys there.
This is an up-and-coming squad that may have something to say about OKC and the Spurs long term.
Yeah, I think the point, like from the Lakers standpoint, that all jokes aside, that is concerning is, the Rockets' best player without KD is Sengun. Mm-hmm. All right, he's their big man. He only had 14 points and 9 rebounds last night.
Not great. Yeah.
That's his worst game in a long while that I can remember. And I'm looking around, you're like, Thompson, I love Thompson. I love both Thompson boys, as a matter of fact. Great defensive players. But I'm looking at, the box score after the game last night. Obviously, didn't get a lot of sleep because, that to me, I had to watch it. Had to watch it for the possibility of exactly what happened. And I'm like, how in the world do the Rockets have any offense? When you take a look at the roster, they're not a great offensive team. Kevin Durant's their best offensive player.
Yeah, they only scored 99 points.
At times is, for sure.
But they only scored 99.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be enough to win. But when you get...
Not in today's NBA.
You get 0 from Kennard as a starter
Kennard
over
was
30
terrible.
minutes.
He's 0 for 4 last night.
That really... You can't have a starter give you 0.
And by the way, Austin Reeves, first came back. I guess you have to expect some rust. You got to be fair about it. But the dude still took 16 shots.
A little selfish
made
at times.
4 shots.
Was a little selfish at times.
Also, to be fair to LeBron, who had a decent statistical night, if you're Austin Reeves and you came off the bench last night and your shot's not falling, stop shooting. Yeah. Like you made 4 shots in the entire game last night. So game 6 in a couple nights. I am pumped to watch the Lakers be the first team to blow a 3-0 series lead. If LeBron James is the causal reason, and he would be, that the Lakers take out the Houston Rockets, I got to change my narrative a little bit.
A little bit.
I gotta walk back some of the aggressive criticism of the self-appointed greatest player of all time, which he's not, but that's why I said self-appointed.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
They've been pretty adamant that they're going to play Kirk Cousins all of the season if they can.
It's not like Mendoza's coming in as some quarterback that, he hasn't played much and he needs some time. Like, he's as ready as he's going to be, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to change? It's almost like Bo Nix or something. Like, nothing was going to change. Like, the guy's played 1 million games already. He is who he is.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Manager, hitting coach, bench coach, assistant hitting coach, third base coach, hitting strategy, and game planner here. It's almost like a line change in hockey, Craig.
Some of these questions that have to be asked, Donnie, would be, what did you think a month ago, Donnie, right? Like right before the season started, did you think that these coaches were the answer to your season? Because if not, why did you wait all off season to make a change like that?
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
We're seeing as sports betting is continuing to rise, that some of the potential issues around it are rising too, and these companies are having to deal with that. You have several lawmakers have introduced bills across states in Congress to potentially curb some of the problematic activity. In some cases, like in Ohio, we talked about last week, to potentially end online sports betting.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyron Johnson here as well. This month, which ends today, obviously May 1st is tomorrow, will go down in history as one of the greatest months in our country's history when it comes to women empowerment. And I just want to say that I'm proud to be able to do a talk show and be able to live in an era where women are more empowered than ever before. It's a long time coming, Tyrone, and I'm glad that I lived long enough to see it. And I'm sure you feel the same exact way.
I do, but there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're about to say, but there's no way what you're about to say is in line with your first few sentences.
I think it's amazing.
So hold on. You're promising me that what you're going to bring up next, right, is right in line with positive female empowerment.
I think we're living in very special times right now.
Okay.
And I think women who fought the fight back in the day, like Billie Jean King, like Martina Navratilova, like the one gal that used to be on ESPN who's known as the greatest women's basketball player of all time for like the first
Nancy Lieberman.
Nancy Lieberman.
Yeah.
And others like her. I think April 2026 has been an amazing month for women's empowerment.
Okay. Well,
if I may.
Okay, now here we go. Because I want to trust you.
You're making me laugh, though.
No, I want to believe
I'm just trying to say something nice about ladies.
Great.
And I'm just glad that I got to live in a world where I got to experience April of 2026. I have a daughter.
You do?
And I'm glad that my daughter is going to enjoy the fruits of other women's labor so that she, too, can enjoy the American dream, if I may.
Okay. This is great. So positive.
I got 4 examples.
Right. You have 4 examples.
4 examples.
You have 4 examples.
Of why April of 2026 is the greatest month of all time in this country for women's empowerment.
Okay, I can't
Power
wait to
to
hear.
the people.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Number 1, if I may.
Yeah.
The WNBA ratifies a new collective bargaining agreement. Salaries quadruple.
Yep.
You now have $1 million annual salaries. Not a lot of them, but some.
A handful, yeah.
Okay? For the best women's basketball players on the planet. This is a league that has lost a gazillion dollars over the decades. And April of 26, they crossed over, and now they're making real money. Congratulations, that's one.
So you that wasn't empowering. See, you took away from that.
Yes, nobody watches, nobody cares.
That's not empowerment.
And yet they're making money like the men are now. Congratulations to the ladies.
No, it's not like that.
Yes.
No, it's not.
That's one.
It's what they were making in Russia, just in America.
That's number 1.
Okay.
Second example of this great women's empowerment movement that I'm proud to be a part of, if I may. The most talked about, influential, and important NFL insider, Diana Rossini, a woman. Look what she's done for young women that want to get into the reporting game.
Whoa!
How about that?
Wait a minute, that's not empowering.
Power.
She lost her job this month.
She's going to get another job.
But she didn't get one this month.
She was making 7 figures
Yeah.
doing a job that typically was controlled by men.
Yeah.
Nice job, Diana Rossini. You're a beacon of hope for young female insiders and reporters.
She lost her job, and people are ridiculing her 100 miles per hour.
Number 3, if I may, as part of the women empowerment movement goes on in this country, there's apparently a gal at JP Morgan that has done something that has resulted in more applications for jobs, entry-level jobs at JP Morgan in the history of American banking. Congratulations to Ms. Hamjini. Nice job. Yes.
What did she do at Jake? So this is going to help women get hired at JP Morgan?
So, yeah, well, no. It's going to help JP Morgan hire more qualified dudes. But a woman created it. So you want to give Ms. Hamjini, there she is right there.
Yeah,
nice
okay.
job.
Seems like a nice enough looking young
She
lady.
allegedly treated her entry-level employee on her team as her sex slave. Nice job. Nice job.
Okay.
She denies it, but JP Morgan in the last 24 hours has had more applications for entry-level jobs than in their 100-plus year history, all thanks to Lorna Hajini.
Wait a minute. You just glossed over. You said
women's empowerment.
You said sex slave.
Yeah. She turned allegedly, this entry-level guy on her team claims that she treated him like her sex slave.
Now, hold on.
Yeah. And was offensive and racist as well, but that she treated him like a sex slave and, treated him to sexual favors.
She laced, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She, quote, laced his drink with Viagra.
Again.
That's in the story. I'm looking at the story now.
Women empowerment.
Lacing, drugging a man?
Yeah. Apparently she said, I can't say that. She goes,
calls him his beautiful brown something. What is happening here?
She said it worked for Bill Cosby.
Oh, God. Bill Cosby now gets brought up. All right. You said you had 4 examples, or was that the last one?
Stop it.
I think you should. Why couldn't one of the stories?
Yeah.
Why couldn't one of the stories be empowering? None of that was empowering.
No.
I knew it. Not a single
A woman
thing.
in power doing to a man what men have done to women for generations?
That's
bad. Empowerment.
To drug a man?
Allegedly drugged a guy.
Well, why would he
for
make
what?
that?
Free sex?
But why would he make that up?
I don't know.
How does he gain anything? He's not
Here's
going to
why
make
I
any money
think he
from
made the story up, if I may.
Okay.
He claims that she once took her top off in front of him and said, your wife doesn't have cannons like these.
All right.
That's something a guy says.
Yeah, a woman doesn't
I've
say
never heard a woman say that, but again, women's empowerment. See how it comes full circle? Guys have been doing it for years.
Okay.
Sexual harassment in the workplace.
For years.
Ms. Habjini said it's time to turn the tables, allegedly.
So that's a good thing to you.
Well,
in April.
I think we're evening the playing field, and I think that's a good thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So even if I give you that one, which I can't, how is Diana Rossini's story, as you laid it out, empowering for other women?
That's a tougher one for me to explain.
While married.
That's a tougher one for me to explain.
Having a journalistic conflict and then affair with another married coach and losing your job.
I'm going to give you an example. For 100 years, men that go into journalism have studied Woodward and Bernstein.
That's right.
Woodward and Bernstein brought down a president.
Yep.
President Nixon. All right?
Just with journalism.
Okay?
Right.
Well, how did they get the goods on President Nixon?
An informant.
And what was the informant's name, Tyrone?
Deep Throat.
Bang! So it's about time a woman can have a deep throat of her own. Women empowerment. What a great month to be alive. Yeah. We finally even the playing field, everybody. Thank you. back to the Craig Carton Show. Great to have you here. Tyrone Johnson here as well. You know, I make fun of people. I get made fun of all the time. I think that goes with the territory. You got to have thick skin. I like taking my shots at Philadelphia. Tyrone likes taking his shots in New York. It's part of our relationship. Congrats on your Flyers.
Thank you, sir.
Nice job. They beat the Penguins 1-0 in overtime last night. Yep. So they advanced. I think they have Carolina coming up next.
That's the only series that's set, by the way, in the NHL. Everything else is
parity
is
great, by the way.
Yep.
I know nobody cares. I don't care either, but the parity is great. All these series going, 5, 6, 7 games possibly. But the Flyers do advance to play Carolina. But I want to, again, I find myself in a very interesting spot here today. I want to congratulate Philadelphia sports fans for something they did last night.
That's right.
And just to, again, this just shows you, while I do take cheap shots at Philadelphia, I've never lied to you, Philadelphia. When you do something good, and it's rare, I'm going to be the guy that's going to congratulate you and applaud you, okay? Mm-hmm. So the Flyers are in this great game last night. Back and forth, overtime, 1-0 win against Pittsburgh to advance to the second round, okay? There's a bunch of guys, maybe about 12 or so guys, that played professional baseball for the Philadelphia Phillies. Mm-hmm. They decided to walk across the street because the buildings are right there across from each other.
And they got rained out.
Yes. And to go watch the Flyers game last night. How do you think Flyers fans greeted them when the Jumbotron put the Phillies players up on the screen? Did they cheer? Did they boo? Did they do nothing?
I know what happened, so I want to leave the suspense for the people. Because I was watching the game, and I'll just say out loud, I was extremely proud of the people in the building.
As was I. This would only happen in 2 or 3 cities in America. Philadelphia, New York, and I used to think Boston.
Not so much lately.
But after they gave Mike Vrabel a standing ovation at a season ticket holder lunch the other day, Boston's on my S list, all right?
Yeah.
Here's Philadelphia letting the Phillies know what they think about him. Go ahead. 18,000 people booing the Phillies because they deserve it.
They deserve it.
Now, I know they won their first game with Mattingly as manager, but it's one game. And I did see that Don Mattingly actually had them working on fundamentals like bunting in his very first practice as manager. But that's what a Northeast fan base does. When you suck, as much as the Phillies have sucked thus far this year, I think second worst record now behind the Mets in all of baseball right now, because the Mets lost last night, got blown out by the Nationals. That's exactly what you should get. So good job, Philadelphia. You're not as dumb as you look.
See again, this whole show, it's been, you give a little, and you take it all back.
Well,
these are great fans.
You're
who
handsome,
did a great thing.
but Flyers fans, not so handsome.
Well, okay, I can go with that one. But,
so, not as dumb as you look.
They're not dumb. But
meanwhile, if you come back to my city last night, because I take shots at my own city as well, the New York Mets were getting blown out. Like embarrassingly blown out by one of the worst teams in baseball, the Washington Nationals. Final score of the game was what? 14-2 in favor of the Nationals, all right? So with the Mets down, I think it was 13-2 when they did this.
Yes.
All right? Yes. The New York Mets decided, how many people we got here? About 500 people left in the ballpark? You know what we should do? We should celebrate that we scored 2 runs. Because in the last 18 games, they've only scored 2 runs or more 3 times.
Oh, my God.
Okay? So I want to show you, while the Philadelphia Flyer fans, not as dumb as they look, and did the right thing booing Philly players last night, the New York Mets organization is as dumb as they look. This is what the Mets decided to do last night. Down 13-2 at home against the Washington Nationals. Fireworks.
Wow.
Now, I know Philadelphia is the firework capital of this country.
We love fireworks.
And you people love your fireworks. Like,
we love fireworks.
In a way where it's weird almost.
Yes.
It ain't just July 4th. It's any chance you get in Philadelphia to light fireworks.
People show up in droves. 70,000 in the vet for fireworks.
Well, you only got about 1,000 people in Citi Field last night, and they're losing 13-2. And some idiot decides, you know what we need? Fireworks. Is that not the dumbest organization in professional sports today?
Absolutely. I feel for Mets fans. I absolutely do. You guys deserve better than that. And this owner's promise was to not have that.
Yeah, like it's just so tone deaf and stupid. Like, you just got waxed, or you're being waxed
13-2.
by the Nationals. The
Cancel.
Nationals stink.
Cancel the fireworks.
Yeah.
We'll do it another day.
Like, I think Soto hit another home run last night early in the game, and they celebrated that, but that's before they were being blown out. Memo to the Mets: no fireworks when you're down 11 to the Nationals. Bunch of dumbasses. Oh, my Lord.
The promising thing for Oklahoma is you've got this legislature that seems to be fairly behind sports betting and legalizing it for the tribes. Stitt is term limited out this year, so you will have a new governor in Oklahoma next year. So this will be a state to watch, because there are a lot of tribes in Oklahoma saying, we want this. FanDuel came out as this was coming and said, we want the chance to partner with at least one of the tribes.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
I thought the Jets would have pulled the Ty Simpson move. I was desperately worried that was what they were going to do. But instead, they ended up getting it right with Bailey. And so did, by the way, the prediction markets, because we saw all that money come in for Bailey. It's kind of funny because all it is, and then you forget, who did Arizona go with? I mean, Arizona went with a running back.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
This isn't the best Jason Tatum series we have ever seen. It is a series that I think Boston fans will remember forever. He will remember forever, because, Coach, he's really not supposed to be out there. You know what I mean? Like, this was never supposed to be a thing.
Pro basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
We got a log jam up top, Joe, which basically means these are the teams we expect to make the college football playoff.
If I like, let's say, Ohio State to run it back, well, then I already know what, not only am I betting them for a flyer, I'm also betting the conference to win the championship also. So there's a lot of way to correlate these future bets in college.
Prediction Markets Edge, only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyron Johnson here as well. Before I get to football, I want to give you guys just a little insight here as to the type of messages I get during the show. Craig Carton, you're a effing piece of S. So it's okay for a Jets fan to sandbag Vrabel, but you're against it if it's not. Go break the law again, so your ass can go back to effing jail, you miserable effing a-hole.
What?
Yeah. Thank you for watching the show, Mr. V072.
Wow.
Yeah. That's another win for me.
Wow.
He's a Patriot fan that is upset when I said on the show yesterday that I thought the trap journalism nonsense at the airport with Vrabel went too far, unless it was the Jets who did it.
Yeah.
He had a problem with that because he's one of those Patriot sheep.
Does he also
try to
think
give you a sense of what I get every day?
But why is he so mad about it?
Yeah, he's very
if
mad.
you like your coach, what do you care?
Right.
Just go like your coach. He didn't
Exactly
get fired.
right.
He didn't get fired yet.
Yeah.
But there is talk now from others. You brought it up first, where
there's a world in which he could maybe not coach them.
If anything else happens, I mean, he has to be even a speeding ticket, like they're watching him, and it also possibly could be with calls.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the table, I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to give you some insight. Let's get to the NFL. Interesting story out of Cleveland. Mary Kay Cabot, longtime reporter. I think she's even in the Hall of Fame. She was there when I lived in Cleveland way back in the day. Is a very well thought of NFL reporter in Cleveland. And she put a report out yesterday. And it's got some levels to it. So let's go kind of one level at a time. Her first report yesterday is that as of right now today, all right, they've got these like little mini camps happening post-draft. Deshaun Watson right now is viewed as QB1 over Shedeur Sanders, period, stop, right? So let me just address that first.
Yeah.
Why would you expect anything different? Deshaun Watson has played a lot more professional football than Shedeur Sanders has. When he was healthy, before all the massage nonsense, he was an MVP candidate.
Yes.
Took them to the playoffs. So nobody...
Not took the Texans to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Texans, pardon me. Nobody should be surprised that a guy that's got 8 more years at the pro level than Shedeur Sanders should look better than Shedeur Sanders, and that's not a knock on Shedeur.
No.
I'd be shocked if it was the other way.
I agree completely.
So are we
with
on the
that.
same boat on that?
I have no issue with that part of the reporting part of her statement. I have no issues with it all.
Yeah, and I think that was a guarantee to me.
Right.
I'd be shocked if Deshaun did look better.
Right.
He's played more football. All right, and there was a point, been a long time.
He was elite at one point.
Where he was an elite top 5 quarterback, I thought, in the NFL. He's not been close in a long time. So let's just get that out of the way. Then Mary Kay Cabot, who again is a very well thought of reporter, she then decides to editorialize the fact that Deshaun right now is number 1 in the depth chart by saying, let the first team offense start to cook now and just name him your starting quarterback week 1. Now, that's where I have to question, why would the Cleveland Browns and Todd Monken, the new head coach, in the last week of April, announce that the quarterback battle has already been decided? They've barely thrown the football.
I agree.
And none of the players are even really there yet. Training camp is still 3 months away.
Right.
So I don't get that at all.
That part I don't understand. And the other part is, in the case of the Eagles, like Jalen Hurts is quarterback 1, like we know. Or even Geno Smith, we know that with the Jets. But you know what those two guys haven't done? Gotten in a ton of trouble off the field.
Yes.
Why would the Browns, in April, as you mentioned, take on any possible Deshaun Watson mess now when they can just let it play out in training camp naturally?
Yeah, and look, he hasn't gotten in trouble in a while, but the trouble's still there.
Right.
Like, that's the first thing we think of when we talk about Deshaun.
Right.
And it's just, and again, this is a reporter. It's not the Browns saying anything, obviously, right? If the Browns have named Deshaun for the moment QB1, that does make sense to everybody, right? And Shedeur Sanders had a tough rookie season.
He didn't.
Most guys have tough rookie seasons. All right, so that's the second part of the story. And then the third part of the story has to happen.
Oh, boy.
And again, I feel bad for Shedeur. He's not the bad guy here.
Not in this one.
Dion, not the bad guy here.
Nope.
All right? Shiloh Sanders, who unfortunately did not make it to the NFL last year, got cut by Tampa early in training camp last year, or early in the preseason, I should say, last year. He comes out in response to Mary Kay Cabot saying that the Browns should just announce that Deshaun Watson is their starting quarterback week 1, and says to Mary Kay Cabot, go make a sandwich. Okay? Now, that's...
Why?
Like, again, I think we all got a chuckle out of it.
It's funny.
All right? But here's the problem. That makes it harder for your brother.
Yes.
That's all that does.
Yes.
It's also going to be viewed as sexist.
It is sexist.
Because it is sexist.
He wouldn't say that to a man.
He would
not say to a man, go make a sandwich.
And this is one of those deals where, you know, you kind of lump the Sanders family into the same bucket together, and that's not fair either. This is not a Deion Sanders issue. This is not a Shedeur Sanders issue. I haven't heard Shedeur Sanders say peep since Todd Monken got the job, and they met in that video we all saw.
Yeah.
You know
we wanted to draft you, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But Shiloh Sanders, like, if I'm Shedeur, I'm like, dude, I love you, you're my brother, but you're not making things any easier for me. Please don't do that again. Yeah. And if I'm Deion, son, what are you thinking? Like, you got to know better. Like, the Sanders grew up under a media spotlight. They know that there's a segment of this population, a lot of them in the press, that do not like them because their last name is Sanders.
Yep.
That's a fact. It's sad, but that is a fact.
It's true.
Okay? Yeah. Why would you give those people, you know, the oxygen to attack the entire family again? It's just stupid, Shiloh.
And if you're going to be sexist there, which you shouldn't be, you got to at least say, why don't you give them a massage and blink the guys together if you're going to be sexist?
Right.
You don't talk about a
If you like
sandwich
Deshaun
there.
Watson that much, why don't you give him a rub and tug?
Right.
Or something.
Something like
right.
that.
Be funny.
Which would at least would be wrong still. But
By
at
the
least,
way, it'd be funny, it'd be wrong-er, and that would have caused the real problem. Like, the sandwich line is sexist. Again, I don't think she's all that offended by it.
No.
The woman's covered the NFL
She's heard
for
way
30
worse.
plus
She's
years.
heard way worse.
And she's very good at it. But if you said, just give him a rub and tug while you're at
I
it.
would have said just massage. Because they're like, oh, why you got him number one?
Yeah.
Why you got him number one? And here's the funny part.
Or a Rossini comparison or something, right?
Right. Now, I understand Shiloh's instinct to have his
protect your
brother's
brother.
back.
Yeah.
But why go sexist? He could have just attacked the merit of why would you declare it in April when the guy's coming off an injury and has tons of, hundreds of charges.
I would
hundreds
even do
of
this.
accusations.
Why are we naming Deshaun Watson our week 1 starter? I would just put out his stats as a Brown.
They're terrible.
He's terrible.
Terrible.
He's been terrible.
Yes.
Since he got to Cleveland, even before the Achilles injury. Deshaun Watson lost his fastball and his curveball and his split finger.
That's right.
He has not been a competent quarterback in a long time.
The split finger got him in a lot of trouble.
And yes, it did. And here's the reality. Because, look, when you're a great athlete, which none of us here are, if you put Deshaun Watson on a football field right now,
In a practice?
in a tank top and shorts,
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you he looks like the best athlete on the field.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's when you put the pads on.
Right.
And the defense is trying to get you that Deshaun Watson has not had his fastball in a long, long time. But, man, every time there's a story where I want to support Shedeur Sanders. And everybody knows I'm a Deion guy. He's not been great as a coach at Colorado, but I love Deion Sanders, always have, always will. All right, and I can separate, his coaching success or failures from Deion Sanders, the athlete, and the guy that I know him to be, because we have some mutual friends in that regard. But his family does not do him any favors at all. And that being said, Mary Kay Cabot is just totally out of line and out of whack, suggesting that Shedeur Sanders should not be given the opportunity to compete for the job and outduel Deshaun Watson, because at the end of the day, what has Deshaun Watson done as a Brown where he deserves the week 1 starter nod today? The answer, nothing. better, out of a can or out of a bottle? I was just drinking Hawaiian Punch there. Don't tell my wife. Out of a can?
Yeah.
There's something off with it. It's not. I don't know if they changed the Hawaiian Punch recipe, but it's not. Actually, let me just go get it real quick.
Yeah, for me, the Hawaiian Punch is not a can. That's a bottle drink overall.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if they changed what's in it, but it just does. Hey, Hawaiian Punch. No good. Sorry.
Now,
No good.
it is also possible. When's the last time you had a Hawaiian
It's
Punch?
been a minute since I had Hawaiian Punch, but I grew up on Hawaiian Punch.
Right, but your
I grew up on
palate.
Kool-Aid, on
What about-
High C, but
What about your palate?
now my palate's gotten worse, actually. You would think I'd like this even more now.
Or
Because
no,
I crave sugar
what
so
I mean
much.
is it's changed.
My palate's changed. It's not like a more discerning palate. Like, I drink soda and juice
Drink
every day.
Grand Marnier. of
You
course
people
it's
at Hawaiian Punch, you've changed the recipe, and I don't like it. Yeah. By the way, do you know the little surfer guy's name on a Hawaiian Punch can or bottle?
I don't know his name. What is his name?
Oh.
What is his name?
No. How about downstairs? Any of you guys know the Hawaiian Punch surfer's name?
Nope.
Did you know that he was an orphan?
An orphan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He was an orphan.
No, that doesn't give it away?
No. What's
You guys don't know? So the Hawaiian Punch surfer's name,
Yeah.
which has been part of the logo for a million years, is an orphan, and his name is Punchy.
Punchy, the
Yeah.
orphan? What,
Yeah.
But
That's why his parents disowned him.
because he was too punchy?
No, because he had a bad name. Yeah.
They named him the bad name.
And then they're like, that's a bad name, get out. That's what happened.
See,
That
every
is true.
time
That
I
is a
think
true
it's going to
story.
be a real story. Is his name Punchy?
His name is Punchy.
He's not an orphan.
No, he's an orphan. You ever see his parents around? No.
Wait a minute.
Exactly
Well,
right.
Right now, you have a kid in
It's
high
almost
school.
like Moana.
Don't you have a kid in high school?
I have a kid in 9th grade. That's right.
So if we went to his school right now, his parents aren't there. Does that mean he's an orphan because you don't see his parents?
No. His parents are never around. They let a 5-year-old boy go surfing by himself.
They're back at the beach.
If they were parents, they'd be on that wave.
You got to
Teach
think
the boy how to surf.
that the Kool-Aid man is at least his father and just did take ownership.
Kool-Aid Man's a whole different.
No,
Kool-Aid Man
is his dad.
fathered half of America.
Yeah, he fathered him.
Kool-Aid Man got it done.
Yes.
How do you think he got through that brick wall?
Uh-huh.
His junk.
Junk first.
That's why he never broke his nose.
Yep, junk first.
That's exactly
right.
exactly
Boom.
right. Big night. I just thought I'd bring that to you. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Big night in the NBA tonight.
Yeah.
You got not one, not two, but 3 Game 6s tonight. Starts at 7 o'clock with my beloved New York Knickerbockers trying to win their 3rd consecutive game. What's the spread in that game? They're favored by 6.5 at the Garden for Game 5, so I'm assuming they're favored by a little less, but what do you got in that one?
A little thinner than I thought because they were so dominant. 2.5 Knicks, minus 2.5 in
All right.
Atlanta.
Elimination game for the Hawks. Maybe they come out of the gate hot. Knicks would stand the first 5-6 minutes. That game is a wrap. And then the Knicks will play the winner of the Celtics and Sixers series, which I'm just happy to say that series is still going on.
Yeah.
And that game reverts back to Philly. I'm a firm believer, I think you are too, that when you get to the postseason, and you have money players like the Sixers do, at least one of them, in Tyrese Maxey, and I think VG Edgecombe is on his way to becoming a valuable quality player that you can't count on in a big spot. Had 30 in game, was the game 2 or 3? I forget which one it was.
But he's been bad overall in the series.
Yeah, you're in an elimination game at home.
Yeah.
No excuse. Now, I know I just said the Knicks are going to beat the Hawks. I don't think the Hawks have a guy. I think that's part of their problem right now. While Jalen Johnson's their best overall player, and they've got the 6th man of the year this year, and you have the resurgence, of course, of
CJ
McCollum.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Hawks don't have a guy, even Kuminga, that you know is a guaranteed bucket if you need it. Which is why I think the Knicks, who are just also a much better team than them, the Sixers in theory have that guy. Tyrese Maxey's that guy, and Embiid's playing tonight. Are the Sixers going to hang on and force a Game 7 at the Boston Garden? Before you answer that question, what is the spread of tonight's game?
Now, the last time, just to let people know, the Celtics were 11.5-point favorites in Philly last time.
I'm going to take a guess that the Celtics are favored. And you said it was 11 last time?
Last time, with Embiid playing at home, it was 11.5.
Celtics by 6.5.
6.5 exactly.
Wow.
Celtics 6.5 on the road. I understand why they're favored, But in the last game of the series, Embiid was the best player on the floor.
Okay.
If the Celtics allow that to happen again, which I don't think they do, I think they're going to send a lot of doubles.
Celtics
for
also shot like crap
right.
in Game 5.
Right.
They couldn't hit the broadside of a bar.
Some of that was the Sixers' defensive thing,
Okay,
and also, boy, do they have some issues with the current players other than Tatum and Brown right now and Pritchard. Outside of those three, boy, you throw to some of these other guys and they got no hope.
So who you picking tonight?
I like the Sixers in a close one tonight.
Okay. Now, to be fair, before that series started, you said the series was going 7.
I said that before.
I think you took Sixers and 7.
Sixers and 7.
But you did say it's going to go 7.
Going to go 7.
Okay.
I believe the Sixers win a close one tonight.
Okay. Low scoring, high scoring.
I think it's going to have to be higher scoring because the Sixers to win, they're going to double and B. They're not going to do the one-on-ones. Therefore, the kickouts, guys are going to have to make threes. I believe they're going to win, so I believe they're going to have to score.
All right,
points.
so you think the Sixers hold court at home and force a Game 7 this weekend against the Celtics, which would be awesome.
Be great for you.
All right, because this week, you imagine, you could have Lakers-Rockets Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
You could have Sixers-Celtics, which is an old-school Eastern rivalry, going way back to the 80s, right? That could be a Game 7. Again, I don't think the Knicks are going to have a Game 7.
I think we're getting a Pistons Magic 7 after last night.
Which would be Sunday, I think, there as well.
And the one game tonight that we haven't mentioned.
Which we're going to get to right now. So you have Nuggets-Timberwolves Game 6 in Minnesota. No Anthony Edwards. Obviously, no Bachika Jones. Dante DiVincenzo, who tore the Achilles. Now, remember, Minnesota had a 3-1 series lead. Ant-Man goes down. DiVincenzo goes down. So most people think the Nuggets now run the table against them, but they are on the road. What's the spread of tonight's game?
They are 6.5-point favorites on the road, and this one has the highest over-under, 224, which fits Denver because they don't play defense.
Yeah, so you're looking at a 130, 118 type of game. So I think that's a lock to go 7.
Me too.
All right? I don't think the Knicks go 7. We'll worry about the magic of those other games tomorrow. Who are you taking the Nuggets tonight?
I'm taking the Nuggets tonight. I think we get a Game 7.
So 3 Game 6s tonight. NBA ratings, by the way, through the roof right now. The Game 5 Knicks-Hawks game the other night, when you compared apples to apples, similar round, is the most watched game since 2001. And the Sixers game the other night was one of the most watched playoff games of all time.
Of all time.
For round 1.
For round 1.
Yeah, so NBA basketball, very, very healthy. I like the Knicks. I like the Celtics. I like the Nuggets. Sorry, the Sixers season comes to an end tonight. back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as well. Remember the story I told you yesterday about that quarterback at Texas Tech, Scoresby, who has checked himself into a gambling rehab place? Apparently made thousands of very small wagers, both when he was a a redshirt freshman in Indiana, and then in his second college stop, he was again making wagers, and now he's actually, arguably for some football experts, the biggest get in the entire portal.
He was.
He's like a Heisman Trophy favorite for Texas Tech.
And most scouts now take it with a grain of salt. Thought he was a first rounder in next year's draft.
Right.
He's very well thought of.
So now he's in trouble. Like, he could be banned for playing college football this year. But I thought it was interesting. CBS Sports wrote an article about him getting in trouble and him entering rehab, which, let's applaud the kid for going to get help for a problem that he has, even if he did it for the wrong reasons.
Doesn't matter.
I did it for the wrong reasons, but it made me realize I had a problem. So hopefully the same light bulb will go off for him wherever rehab he's going to. That being said, CBS Sports wrote an article about how Scoresby entering rehab has impacted not Texas Tech's ability now to win games, but their odds on winning games.
Don't like that.
Like, I know it's a story. I get it. I know that they were viewed as a national champion, contender.
Right, the 4th seed last year in the playoff, and they arguably got better.
And now you've got like a rock star quarterback. But when you're talking about a young kid, a 20-something-year-old kid who's going to gambling rehab, can you leave out the odds and how it impacts the odds on Texas Tech just for like one story?
Right.
Or am I wrong on that?
No, you're right. It's April. Now, if you want to get
a little inappropriate.
When you're writing your preview for the Big 12, and now you no longer, they were going to be the favorites in the conference, and if you don't think they are anymore, you can talk about it in that way when you're talking football. You don't need to do the odds at all, because actually, if you care about just the team, who cares what the gambling odds are if you're talking about Texas Tech football?
And the story's about how this young kid's got a gambling problem, is going to get help for it.
Right.
The story shouldn't be, hey, quarterback with a gambling problem changes the odds of his team.
Right.
Right?
Also, because he's not yet suspended, he can go to rehab and he could return to the
Theoretically,
team.
he could.
Theoretically, he has not been banned yet, and the team is not on it. He's not unenrolled or anything like that.
Right.
He could still be playing in late August, early September as well.
No, that's very, very true.
He could be. We'll see.
So story number 2 for you real quick. NFL draft ratings were down. I love when they put those stories out. Like, what fan cares about that?
None.
And by the way, they're going to be up 50% next year because you got 10 quarterbacks being drafted in the first round. The NFL draft, outside of a small segment of the population that likes, predicting who's going to be drafted and the analytics of it, are about quarterbacks. That's the only thing we care about. What quarterbacks are going in the first round? So that's going to happen next year. It'll be a big story. How the NFL's dominant. It's got nothing to do with anything but quarterbacks. It's all we care about, okay?
Pittsburgh has something to do with it, too. People don't want to tune in.
that
Nobody
it's
wants
in
to tune into it for an event.
They had like
Pittsburgh.
1 million people out there.
Yeah, they were all out-of-towners.
All right. Live Golf is dead.
Yeah.
The Saudi Arabians said, we're not putting any more money into it. They dropped $6 billion into golf. And while it's going to be an afterthought, 25 years from now, the emergence and existence of Live Golf changed PGA golf for the better for the next 100 years.
Yes.
And they will never get credit for it. And Phil Mickelson will always be vilified. And Greg Norman's going to be the devil. But without those two guys and the Saudi money, the PGA Golf Tour would not be in such a good place as it's in today, and the players would not make as much money as they now get to make.
I completely agree with that. They were still jerks about it. So while you're right, it wasn't like they entered it with the right intentions. Their goal was to
It was a money grab.
And their mission statement was to destroy the PGA.
And by the way,
then it was collaborate, and then it was.
I've said this a million times. I would do a show for the Saudis if they paid me the right amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you mean, but you're Jewish. You'd go to Saudi Arabia in the Middle East? Yeah. Yeah.
For enough money.
Yeah. You want to pay me $20 million to do a sports talk show? I'm on the first plane out of JFK over to Saudi Arabia. I'll take that money in a minute.
Yeah.
And I love when people are like, that's blood money. And look, the Saudi Arabia, history of women's rights sucks. And I know all that. But I can go over there for a couple years and come back comfortable.
Well, if you come back.
I'm in.
If you come back.
Well, I think I'm going to come back. I hope I come back.
Yes, they weren't playing the tournaments
But
there.
if I don't come back, my family's got a lot of money.
There you go.
And I think they'd sign up for daddy going to Saudi Arabia also. I love when people get on the soapbox and go, I wouldn't take that Saudi money. Yeah, you would. You ever buy a ticket to a game? They own Ticketmaster. You ever go to a concert? They own Live Nation.
Yeah, they're about to own 49% of CBS.
Yeah, so let's cut the crap. All right? And final story for you. George Pickens signs his franchise tag, so he'll make 30 plus, whatever it is, $1 million.
On a one-year
He
deal.
gets a 1-year deal. Nobody apparently trusts that cat beyond a year, but for 1 year, he's going to make a lot of money, and it's well deserved. He had a great year for the Dallas Cowboys. See you tomorrow.